Imagine two athletes. One is naturally gifted, seemingly born to win. The other struggles, practices endlessly, and faces failure after failure. You might assume the talented one will always come out on top. But here's the truth. Talent is powerful, but fleeting hard work, persistent, relentless effort can overcome talent, especially when talent gives up. By the end of this talk, you'll understand why your daily grind, your sacrifices, and your commitment are more important than any innate ability. You'll leave knowing that your work ethic can outshine anyone's gift. Stay with me, because this could change how you see your own potential forever. Talent is often admired, envied, and celebrated. From a young age, we are conditioned to recognize and honor those who are naturally gifted. They seem to excel effortlessly, whether in sports, academics, music, or leadership. There is something inherently captivating about a person who can perform at a high level with what appears to be minimal effort. We assume that because they are naturally talented, success is guaranteed for them. But the reality is far more complex and far less forgiving. Talent can open doors, yes, but it cannot sustain you on its own. The world does not reward potential. It rewards tangible results, consistent effort, and resilience in the face of challenges. Being born with talent is a starting point, not a finish line. Imagine two individuals entering the same field. One is naturally gifted, able to grasp complex concepts quickly, move with agility, or excel with ease in ways others cannot. The other is less gifted, perhaps even average by conventional standards. But the second individual has something the first may lack: determination. They understand that natural ability is only a foundation. They dedicate themselves to practice, to learning, to showing up even when the task feels monotonous, frustrating, or beyond their comfort zone. Over time, this consistent effort begins to compound, creating growth that the naturally talented individual may not achieve, especially if they rely solely on their innate gifts. Talent may provide an initial advantage, a head start, but hard work is what carries you across the finish line. History provides countless examples of individuals whose determination and persistence allowed them to surpass those who were considered more naturally talented. Michael Jordan, often celebrated as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was famously cut from his high school basketball team. While he possessed athletic skill, it was his relentless work ethic, countless hours spent in practice, constant refinement of technique, and the refusal to accept defeat that allowed him to rise to the pinnacle of his sport. Talent alone would not have sufficed. It was the combination of persistence and effort that propelled him forward. Similarly, J.K. Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers before Harry Potter was finally accepted. Her talent as a writer existed, but without her perseverance, discipline, and refusal to quit, her work might never have reached the millions of readers who now cherish her stories. Talent can also create a false sense of security, lulling individuals into complacency. When someone is naturally gifted, there is a temptation to assume that success will come easily, that effort is secondary. This mindset can be dangerous as it fosters inconsistency and a lack of preparation. While talent may allow for early victories, it does not equip someone to handle failure, setbacks, or unexpected challenges. Life is unpredictable, and relying solely on innate ability leaves one vulnerable. The person who depends on talent alone may shine brightly for a short period but can falter when tested. Hard work, however, develops not only skill but resilience, focus, and the ability to adapt. It strengthens the mind and character, creating a foundation that talent by itself cannot provide. Consider Steve Jobs, whose vision and innovation changed the world. While Jobs had an extraordinary mind and uncanny ability to see possibilities that others could not, it was his relentless drive, his insistence on perfection, and his tireless commitment to product development that made Apple a global phenomenon. Talent may have set him apart from his peers, but without the countless hours of effort, the perseverance through failures, and the continuous striving for excellence, his natural ability would not have yielded such monumental results. Talent is the spark, but effort is the fuel that keeps the fire burning. Even beyond famous examples, the principle holds true in everyday life. In schools, workplaces, and personal pursuits, those who are willing to work harder often outperform the more naturally gifted individuals who do not cultivate the discipline to consistently improve. A student may have a natural aptitude for mathematics, but if they fail to practice, study, and challenge themselves, they may find themselves overtaken by a peer who works diligently every day. Similarly, in the professional world, someone with moderate abilities who continually seeks growth, invests in learning, and applies themselves with determination will often rise above those with raw talent who do not match the same level of commitment. Talent in its pure form is fleeting. Skills can be forgotten, abilities can plateau, and circumstances can change. Hard work, on the other hand, is compounding. Every hour spent practicing, learning, and refining contributes to long-term growth. Every failure endured, every setback navigated, every challenge faced with determination strengthens not only skill but also resilience and character. Talent may grant early recognition, but it is effort that ensures sustainable success. Talent alone is like a car without fuel. It can't move forward for long. Hard work fills the tank, allowing the vehicle to travel distances that talent alone could never reach. Moreover, relying solely on talent can blind people to the importance of humility and continuous improvement. Those who possess natural gifts may underestimate the need for practice or dismiss constructive feedback. In contrast, individuals who succeed through effort develop a mindset oriented toward learning, growth, and adaptability. They recognize that improvement is a lifelong process and that challenges are opportunities rather than threats. This mindset often provides them with an advantage that raw talent cannot offer, especially when unforeseen obstacles arise. The truth is that talent is only a piece of the puzzle. It may accelerate progress and provide an initial advantage, but it does not guarantee that you will continue moving forward. Effort, determination, and resilience are what sustain success over the long term. Talent can open doors, but it is hard work, persistence, and consistent application that ensure those doors remain open and that you continue to progress through life's inevitable challenges. Talent without work is like a seed that falls on barren soil. It has potential, but without nurturing, it will never flourish. This understanding should shift the way we view ourselves and others. It reminds us that no matter how naturally skilled we may be, our daily choices, showing up, putting in effort, embracing discomfort, and persisting through challenges are what ultimately define our trajectory. It also encourages us to recognize and respect those who achieve through determination and hard work, even if they do not initially appear as gifted. The world rewards action, perseverance, and results, not potential alone. Ultimately, the lesson is clear: talent is a starting point, not a guarantee. It may create opportunities, but it cannot sustain them. Success belongs to those who pair natural ability with persistent effort, those who refuse to quit when things get difficult, and those who understand that consistent work, resilience, and dedication are far more powerful than talent alone. In the end, talent may set the stage, but it is the person who works harder, who refuses to give up, and who continues to grow through effort who will reach the highest peaks and make the most lasting impact. Consistency is one of the most underestimated forces in achieving greatness. When we talk about talent, natural ability, or genius, it often overshadows the quiet power of showing up day after day, putting in effort, and steadily progressing toward a goal. Yet it is consistency that transforms potential into mastery. Hard work is not about isolated bursts of brilliance or moments of extraordinary effort. It is about the relentless daily commitment to improvement, even when results seem invisible and even when the world is not watching. It is the countless small actions, the repeated choices, the discipline to continue that ultimately separate those who achieve true excellence from those who fade after a moment of initial success. Many people misunderstand the role of effort in success. They assume that talent alone should be enough, or that the occasional surge of energy and inspiration will carry them forward. But this approach is fragile. Life is long, challenges are frequent, and moments of inspiration are fleeting. It is consistency, the repeated investment of time, focus, and energy that compounds into real progress. Every repetition, every extra hour spent refining a skill, every moment of deliberate practice builds upon the last. Over time, these incremental efforts accumulate into mastery, producing results far beyond what isolated talent or sporadic effort could ever achieve. Consider the analogy of a sculptor working with stone. A talented sculptor may have an innate sense of proportion or vision, but the statue is not completed in a single strike of the chisel. It is created through countless small, precise, and consistent movements. Each day, the sculptor chips away, refines, and polishes, often for hours without immediate recognition or reward. What appears to be effortless genius from the outside is, in fact, the result of years of persistent, disciplined work. Similarly, mastery in any field, whether it is music, sports, writing, business, or leadership, is rarely the product of raw talent alone. It is the result of sustained effort over time, the willingness to show up repeatedly, and the determination to continue learning and improving. Consistency also builds habits, and habits are the foundation of long-term success. When we make the decision to show up every day, to engage fully in our craft, and to push beyond comfort zones, we begin to form routines that make excellence almost inevitable. Habits transform effort from a series of isolated actions into a lifestyle of growth and improvement. Talent may give someone a head start, but without the habits that consistency creates, natural ability alone will plateau or fade. The person who cultivates habits of discipline, perseverance, and focus becomes unstoppable over time, as each day's small victories compound into significant achievement. Take the example of elite athletes who demonstrate the extraordinary power of consistency. While talent may allow them to perform at a high level initially, it is their dedication to rigorous daily training that separates the good from the great. Serena Williams did not become one of the greatest tennis players in history because of raw talent alone. She became great because of the countless hours of practice, the relentless effort to improve every aspect of her game, and the mental discipline to maintain focus and determination over decades. Talent may provide a natural advantage, but consistency, showing up day after day, even when progress seems slow, is what builds mastery. Consistency also develops patience, a quality often overlooked in the pursuit of excellence. The world often rewards instant results, quick wins, and sudden breakthroughs. Social media and modern culture create the illusion that success should be immediate. Yet the reality is that true mastery takes time. It is cultivated over months, years, and even decades of steady effort. The person who understands this is not frustrated by the slow pace of progress. Instead, they embrace it, knowing that each small step, each daily effort is an investment in long-term success. They understand that consistency compounds, and that mastery is the natural outcome of cumulative effort over time. Another powerful effect of consistency is the confidence it builds. When you show up every day, commit to deliberate practice, and steadily refine your skills, you develop self-trust. You begin to believe in your ability to handle challenges, overcome setbacks, and continue progressing even in the face of difficulty. Talent may impress others initially, But confidence built through consistent effort sustains performance over the long haul. It gives you the courage to take risks, push boundaries, and pursue goals that others might avoid. This confidence is rooted not in external validation, but in the knowledge that you are committed to your craft and capable of growth through your own persistent effort. Consistency also allows for adaptability and learning. By showing up regularly, you expose yourself to new challenges, feedback, and opportunities for refinement. You learn from mistakes, adjust strategies, and experiment with new approaches. Talent alone may allow someone to perform well under ideal conditions, but it is consistent effort that develops resilience and problem-solving skills. When obstacles arise, those who have cultivated consistency have the foundation to adapt, adjust, and continue moving forward. This adaptability becomes a hallmark of mastery, allowing individuals to thrive even in complex, unpredictable environments. It is important to recognize that consistency does not mean perfection. Showing up every day does not mean never failing or never struggling. Rather, it means committing to the process, maintaining effort despite setbacks, and continuing to invest in growth even when progress is slow. Consistency is the practice of endurance, resilience, and dedication. It is a conscious decision to prioritize long-term development over short-term comfort or recognition. Talent alone does not cultivate this mindset. It is developed only through repeated effort, persistence, and the willingness to face challenges head on. Consider the writers, musicians, entrepreneurs, and leaders who have shaped the world. Their achievements are rarely the product of sudden inspiration or innate ability. Instead, they are the result of disciplined practice, repeated effort, and a commitment to continuous improvement. J.K. Rowling, for example, did not publish Harry Potter overnight. She faced rejection, financial hardship, and personal struggle, yet she continued to write consistently, chapter by chapter, day by day. Her persistence and daily effort transformed her talent into a literary legacy that continues to inspire millions. Talent alone would not have sufficed. It was the combination of skill and consistent application that created her enduring success. Ultimately, consistency transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Talent may give an initial advantage, but it is the small, daily choices, the ones that feel invisible at the moment, that separate the average from the exceptional. Every practice session, every extra hour, every repeated effort compounds over time, building skills, confidence, resilience, and mastery. While talent can inspire admiration, it is consistency that delivers tangible achievement, long-term growth, and enduring excellence. Consistency is the silent engine of success, the force that allows effort to accumulate and potential to be fully realized. Showing up day after day, even when the results are not immediate or obvious, is the cornerstone of mastery. It is the commitment to the process, the dedication to improvement, and the willingness to endure discomfort that transforms average ability into excellence. Talent may give you the start, but consistency ensures you finish strong. It is the accumulation of small, deliberate, and repeated actions that creates skill, builds confidence, and produces lasting achievement. In the end, mastery is not a product of talent alone. It is a product of consistent effort, repeated action, and unwavering dedication over time. Persistence is one of the most powerful forces in the journey towards success. While talent can provide a head start, it is persistence that determines who finishes strong. Talent is often celebrated, admired, and even envied, but it is fragile. It can falter under pressure, fail when tested, or fade when motivation wanes. The person who relies solely on natural ability may excel in the early stages, but when obstacles arise, when setbacks occur, or when rejection threatens to derail progress, talent alone often proves insufficient. This is where persistence becomes the defining factor. When talent quits, persistence takes the stage, providing an advantage that is unmatched and unstoppable over time. Every meaningful achievement in life is accompanied by obstacles. They are unavoidable, and they do not discriminate between the talented and the less naturally gifted. Obstacles come in many forms: failures that challenge confidence, rejection that questions worth, criticism that shakes belief, or circumstances that seem insurmountable. Someone who depends only on talent may encounter these challenges and see them as signs of defeat. They may falter, give up, or move on to something easier. In contrast, those who cultivate persistence through hard work view obstacles differently. They see challenges as opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to grow stronger. Each setback becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Every failure is not an endpoint, but a lesson that guides them closer to their ultimate goal. Persistence is not glamorous. It does not bring instant recognition, applause, or the admiration that natural ability often generates. It is the quiet, relentless decision to show up when it is inconvenient, to push forward when progress is invisible, and to maintain effort even when circumstances are unfavorable. It is waking up early to practice, staying late to refine skills, and repeating actions that may feel mundane, repetitive, or unnoticed. This unseen labor compounds over time, building resilience, skill, and momentum. While talent may shine briefly under ideal conditions, persistence shines consistently, enduring through adversity and sustained effort. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, whose journey to invent the light bulb exemplifies the power of persistence. Edison encountered thousands of failures before finding a design that worked. Each attempt could have been seen as a defeat, an indication that his talent for invention was insufficient. Yet he persisted, famously stating, "Oh, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His ability to endure failure, learn from mistakes, and continue experimenting ultimately led to one of the most transformative inventions in human history. Talent alone could not have sustained him through repeated disappointment. It was persistence that carried him forward. Persistence also builds character and resilience in ways that talent alone cannot. Those who cultivate persistence learn to navigate discomfort, uncertainty, and adversity with grace. They develop patience, understanding that meaningful results take time and effort. They cultivate self-discipline, the ability to delay gratification, and the mental toughness required to maintain focus when the path is difficult or unclear. This internal strength becomes a foundation for lasting achievement, allowing individuals to overcome obstacles that would stop someone who relies solely on natural ability. Talent may grant momentary success, but persistence guarantees longevity and continued progress. Persistence transforms the way challenges are perceived. While the talented may be easily discouraged by rejection or failure, the persistency of these experiences is essential to growth. Every setback is an opportunity to refine strategy, improve skill, or strengthen resolve. They approach problems analytically, seeking solutions rather than giving into frustration. This mindset turns adversity into advantage, creating a competitive edge that talent alone cannot match. When others quit in the face of difficulty, the persistent continue, often surpassing those who were initially more gifted. History is filled with examples of persistence triumphing over talent. Consider J.K. Rowling, whose manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected by multiple publishers. She had the talent to craft a compelling story, but it was her persistence, her refusal to abandon her work, her continued submissions, and her dedication to her craft that ultimately led to worldwide success. Similarly, Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team, did not rely solely on natural ability to succeed. He practiced relentlessly, refined his skills, and cultivated the mental toughness to overcome rejection and failure. Talent gave him a starting point, but persistence ensured he became one of the greatest athletes of all time. Persistence also has a compounding effect over time. Every effort, every repetition, every attempt adds up, creating momentum that becomes increasingly difficult to stop. It is like rolling a snowball down a hill. Initially, progress may seem slow, but as effort continues, the snowball grows larger, faster, and unstoppable. Talent may provide an early advantage, but persistence multiplies potential, creating outcomes far beyond what ability alone could achieve. The consistent application of effort produces growth, mastery, and results that are sustainable over the long term. Another key aspect of persistence is its influence on mindset. Persistent individuals cultivate a growth-oriented mentality, understanding that skills and abilities can be developed through effort. They embrace learning, experimentation, and adaptation. They do not see failure as a reflection of their worth, but as an essential component of progress. This mindset fosters creativity, innovation, and the courage to take calculated risks, qualities that talent alone does not guarantee. Talent may allow someone to perform well in familiar situations, but persistence equips them to thrive in new, challenging, and uncertain environments. Persistence also inspires those around you. People notice when someone continues to work diligently, even in the absence of recognition or immediate success. Your commitment to effort sets an example for teammates, colleagues, and peers, motivating them to elevate their own standards. Talent may attract attention, but persistent effort earns respect, influence, and admiration. It demonstrates that success is not solely a matter of ability, but a result of resilience, dedication, and unwavering commitment. Ultimately, persistence ensures that effort is not wasted. Talent may fade, fail, or plateau, but persistence endures. It allows individuals to navigate the unpredictable nature of life, adapt to setbacks, and continue moving forward. It is the quiet, relentless engine behind achievement, growth, and long-term success. When talent quits, persistence remains, providing an unstoppable advantage to those who have cultivated it. It is the difference between fleeting success and lasting impact, between potential and achievement, and between ordinary effort and extraordinary results in every field, from sports to business, from art to science. Those who achieve greatness share a common trait: they persist. They do not allow obstacles to define their limits. They do not let failure determine their path, and they do not rely solely on natural ability. Instead, they work tirelessly, learn from adversity, and continue moving forward even when the outcome is uncertain. Talent may spark initial progress, but persistence is what sustains it, multiplies it, and ensures it reaches its fullest potential. Persistence is unstoppable because it is rooted in determination and discipline rather than circumstance or fleeting ability. It does not depend on external recognition or immediate results. It thrives in adversity, grows stronger through challenge, and endures when others give up. Talent may open doors, but persistence keeps them open and allows you to walk through them step by step until you reach mastery. It is the edge that hard work provides over talent, the invisible force that separates those who achieve extraordinary results from those who rely solely on natural gifts. Effort is the foundation upon which true character is built. Talent can impress people. It can inspire admiration and even envy. When someone demonstrates natural ability, it is easy to be captivated by the results, to believe that they have achieved greatness effortlessly. But while talent can create fleeting moments of brilliance, it is effort that earns